I've been reading through the forums lately and I see often the question about, should I build my first drone or should I buy a bind and fly? And I think it's worth to have a video about this so I can point all those people asking the same question to my thoughts so they see what I'm thinking about it. But first, let's give a few seconds to my sponsor. For as little as $5, you can get up to 10 printed circuit boards for your special projects. You just need to partner with the right company. PCBWay helps you bring those ideas into reality by giving you the chance to manufacture your circuit boards in a professional manner for a very affordable price and pretty quickly. Go and check them out. They offer many services, they collaborate with the open source community, and your first order is almost for free. I think a big part of the FPV hobby is actually to work on your drones, repair them, change parts, and these kind of things. But I can understand that for a new person, someone that is just starting, it could be quite intimidating to try to think about soldering and in these small pads and these small cards and to choose all the parts that can make a drone fly correctly. Those kind of things might not be simple. And what I'm going to try to do today is to give you pros and cons of each one of these two scenarios: building your drone or buying a drone, thinking about the person that is new to the hobby, that one that is trying to choose what to do for the first drone. So let's see what I have. Let me start talking about building, and let's start with the pros. When you are building your own drone, you are choosing your parts, so you get a tailor-made drone for yourself. It's your imagination, it's your ideas, you just put together what you think about it, and it gives you an extra sense of proudness when you have built something and you fly something that you chose yourself. Sometimes you can get the prices to go down if you choose the right parts or the cheapest part to build your drone. But we're gonna see that it could be the other case around in the cons of building your drone. Another thing is that you learn quite a lot about your drone in the process of building. Choosing the parts, putting them together, it makes you understand the drone in a way that, of course, if you buy it already done and closed and everything put together, you have no idea what's happening under the hood. This gives you the chance to fix your drone in those chances that it crashes or something happens. If you understand what's happening on the drone and how you build it, it's going to be much easier for you to actually repair it. Some people find the process of tuning and configuring the drone very interesting, and this can be a pro in this case. In my case, I find soldering and building something that is very fun, and I like it, and that's why I'm going to put it right now on the pros of building. Now, let's talk about the cons of building a drone. One that for me is very annoying is the fact that even if I know what I want to choose, sometimes I don't find all the parts in the same place. That means first that I have to do a big research about which parts I want to choose. Second, I have to do another research about where can I find all those parts. And third, I might choose to buy parts from different places, which is going to delay the time that I get the parts, delay the building process, and to be completely honest, it might make this drone that you're building more expensive because you have to pay for shipping for different companies, weight, importation taxes, and those kind of things. All depends on what you have chosen, right? So you have here the process of choosing can take time, the process of building can take time, the process of receiving the parts can take time, and then you have to put all this together, and that also takes time. As I mentioned on the pros, there is also people that think that configuring and tuning, especially tuning, could be time consuming and something that they don't really want to do or they don't know how to do it. So for some people, configuring and tuning, it's actually a con. Another thing is that think that you have a problem with one part. You're gonna have to figure out first which part is the one that is giving you a problem, and then identify which one was the vendor where you got the part from in order to get your warranty or something like that. In the case that you are building your drone, you have to have different people, or you're gonna have to contact different people depending on which part is the one that is not working, and this could be a little bit of a pain in the ass. And the last one that I'm going to say here, it's again something that it could be positive or negative depending how you see it. But if you are going to build your drone, you're going to have to invest on the tools to build the drone. So if you're new to the hobby, you're investing on a radio, a drone, batteries, charger, goggles, and all those kind of things that already look like it's expensive. If you're gonna build, now you're gonna have to buy solder and a special pad or soldering tools and other things. That is more money that you have to put into the hobby. Many will find this interesting and cool because they get to buy new tools. Some other people might find it more difficult because they have to cash out more money. Now let's talk about bind and flight and pros and cons of this. A few of the things that I mentioned before are gonna be done if you buy a bind and flight. Bind and flight, you normally will get your box, you open it, you bind. You might have to change some small configurations depending on the manufacturer that you're buying from, and then you're actually ready to fly. So when it comes to time, if you are interested more on flying than the bench, bind and flight, it's gonna get you doing your hobby much faster than building it. Another thing is that you're buying your drone from one manufacturer, which means that if something is wrong, you have one throat to choke. You send an email to the support, you explain your problem, and they might even help you troubleshoot in order to find out what's wrong with your drone. This is not the same case if you're building your own drone, right? If something goes wrong, you have to find out, probably with the help of the community, which is wonderful, but it's up to you to find out what's not working. In the case of a bind and flight, you send an email to them, you explain the scenario, and they are going to help you figure it out and fixing it. One throat to choke. That's a good point sometimes. Tuning, it's another thing. If you don't like tuning, or if you don't know how to tune your drone or even configure, you don't have to worry about that with the bind and flight. You pay for a drone that is fully, completely configured and done. A lot of the manufacturers today are doing very, very good PID tuning, and then you're supposed just to take it fly and it should work the way that they are promoting. If you did your research about what's good out there, you're gonna have something good to fly. So all this brings you to in theory, you should spend more time flying than on the bench if you're buying a bind and flight than if you're building yourself. And here's again, what did get you into the hobby? Was it flying, or was the whole process of owning and building and flying a drone? It's up to you. Now, when it comes to the cons of bind and flight, the number one is the fact that you choose a drone, and the parts of the drone was chosen by someone in the manufacturer. So if you wanted to have a different kind of motor, or if you wanted to have even sometimes the receiver, then it's not up to you. It's the manufacturer, the one deciding which parts they want to put in order to create a good price and a product that is attractive to the masses. And here's an important part, right? Like, their goal is to get as many people as possible, or satisfy as many people as possible with the same model. If you are interested in something custom or something special, or a part that is a little bit obscure, then bind and flight is not what you want. And in this same train of thought, you might end up with parts that you don't really want. Sometimes I see people that buys a drone with a GPS when they didn't really want the GPS. Or for example, there is a lot of conversations around these plastic things covering the motor cables. Some people don't like it. Some people think that they are on the way, and if they have to repair the drone, that part is just bothering there. But if you're buying a bind and fly these days, they're gonna come with it, and you don't have a way to choose not to have them. Following the same line that I was talking about before when you build a drone and the knowledge that you get by building it, if you didn't build it, if you didn't configure it, you know nothing about that drone. You have no idea which port was used for the GPS, for example, or you have no idea what kind of configuration you have for the VTX, for example. So if something goes wrong, it might not be that easy to figure out, or even it might not be easy where to start troubleshooting the problem that you have. Building gives you a lot of knowledge, and that knowledge is useful on the long run. But since we're talking about the first time, okay, it's something that you have to think about. And the last one that I'm going to say about the cons of buying a bind and fly is that you are open to the marketing, and the company that makes the best marketing most probably is the company that is going to get your money. And that means that if you don't really do a good research, if you don't really talk to a lot of people, or if you don't have people that has experienced different drones, you might end up buying not the best drone for you. I know, for example, there are companies like Nordfpv. They are excellent at marketing, and a lot of people go and buy their stuff. But in my experience, their hardware hasn't been the best one. And I can find a lot of drones much better than the ones that they are selling, but they make a lot of noise. They make a very good marketing campaigns. They are sending drones to a lot of people, and that makes a big difference. In all honesty, for me, it's very difficult to say directly to someone, oh, you should build, or oh, now, buy your first drone. Drones today coming from manufacturers are very, very good. They are very well tuned, they have a very good price, and they are ready for you to fly normally. I built this drone and the process was super cool. The drone flies amazingly good, but I have to be honest, I had to change parts. Like I had to change the camera 3 times. And I even had a little fire with this because I was short-circuiting the all-in-one card with the carbon fiber frame. So I needed to raise it a little bit. Those are mistakes that you can do when building your own stuff. And even though I'm very happy with it, I can tell you that I spent more money on this one than on this drone that I buy completely ready and fly as good as that one. If I were giving this to someone to try, most probably they wouldn't see a big difference between the two of them. And as I'm saying, this one, I built it myself. It was a fun process, but it cost much more money than this one because of all the mistakes that I did, parts that I had to change, etc. This one, out of the box, was fun. I could fly, and it is a very good drone. I barely can see the difference between the two of them when I'm flying outside. The good part of all this is that if you, as the one that is going to buy something, think a little bit harder of what you want to get out of the hobby, then the answer should be easy. If you don't want to solder, if you don't want to spend time fixing, buy your bind and fly, but be ready to cash out a little bit more money. But if you enjoy the building process and you are looking forward to that, then buy parts and build your drone. You're gonna get addicted and you're gonna start building and building and building, and that's going to be a huge part of the hobby. So this is what I have for you today. Hopefully some nice thoughts from my side. Thank you for watching and see you soon.